Hi, this is Mike Marn with Acme Truckloads, and we've been going round and round with these masks and all the other PPE products, and things have settled down a little bit, but unfortunately there's still a lot of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, especially about masks. I hear this all the time. People will say, well, I can get masks a lot cheaper. Well, yes, you can. But you have to understand that there are differences in masks. If we're talking about 3-ply masks, there are grade level 1, grade level 2, grade level 3. Level 1 is basically a dust mask. It's really not useful in this application with COVID and all the protection necessary for us in these days of the pandemic. Then there's a second that's a little better than the dust mask, and there's level 3, which is what you need for protection. Now, I've been selling masks for quite a while. I've sold literally millions and millions of masks, and I feel good about it because I know they're of good quality. I know they come from a consistent and quality source, and I know that the prices are reasonable for what you're buying. But even still, people will say, well, this guy's selling masks cheaper, and that's fine. Go buy those masks. I don't care. We sell enough masks to keep ourselves busy, and it's fine. But the problem is, I've had customers who call me up and buy masks, be perfectly content, and then will go get cocky about it because they made a few bucks, and then they'll find somebody selling it for 2 cents cheaper. And I had a customer do this. So he goes and buys the ones that are 2 cents or 3 cents cheaper, thinking, I'll have even more money. I'm getting greedy. I'll put that money in my pocket. But you know what happened? Here's what happened. He bought those other masks from somebody he didn't really know. He didn't know the provenance of the mask. He didn't know if it was a consistent or even a good source. So he saves the 2 cents, makes the money, sends it off to his customer, and now his customer's pissed off. And why? Because it isn't what he said it was, and the quality was horseshit. Okay, you made a couple of extra pennies, but you just lost a customer. Does that make any sense? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you have to buy masks from me. I'm sure there's plenty of places out there you can buy quality masks for your customers. But be careful. Know what you're buying. Don't do it just based on money. If you do that, you will cut your nose off to spite your face. And I know that most of you aren't stupid enough to do that. There's a few of you. You know who you are. But the other thing I get from people too is they'll say, well, how do I know it's a 3-ply? Well, it has all the documentation and the FDA and CE certification that will provide you. Well, how come it doesn't show on the box? Now, here's where the education has to come into play. Because when these things come into the country from China, make no doubt about it, all this stuff comes from China. We bring it in from China, pay for it, bring it and put it on American soil so it's easier for you to access and buy. But when they come from China, they don't come in beautiful little retail boxes that you can buy and then stock on Amazon. That's not the point of this. This is crucial product used to help people that need this kind of product. Hospitals, cities, EMTs, police departments, whatever it is. That's what these are. So you need to know how they come to this country. And I'll show you. This is what a pack of 50 level 3-ply masks look like when they come into the country. This is how they come in this plastic bag. There's no box. There's nothing like that. Now, when they come in the country, if you want them in a box, we can put them in a box for you. But they're a generic box. They don't talk about grade level. They don't talk about anything other than say it's Magic Care masks. That's pretty much what it is, 3-ply. And the reason it doesn't is because it's not for retail. It's for people who need these to protect themselves and protect others. Now, I'll give you another another bit of information. The mask we sell, that's what this looks like. You see that? That's what they look like. I'll even put one on. People have... Okay. So you put it on. I don't like masks, oddly enough. But these are easier to wear than some of these cotton ones and stuff because they're not quite as oppressive. But that's what they look like. Now here's what you got to understand. They look like all the other masks, but you need the documentation to show that they are in fact 98.6% protective, that they are in fact 3-ply, that they are what you are buying, that they are something that will actually protect people from the situation we're currently in with the pandemic. You can get all kinds of masks, dust masks and all that kind of thing, and you can sell them and make money if somebody's stupid enough to buy them without checking what it is, but you're not doing any good. And you're probably going to get kickback, and you're probably going to lose a customer. Now, the other thing you have to remember is how these are made. Are they durable? You see this part here where it's connected? Well, a lot of the cheap ones I've seen, they'll just pop right off. They won't last very long. Now, you're only supposed to use these 1 or 2 times, but you don't want them falling apart in the middle of the process. If you want to be protected, you need something that's durable, that's going to hold up and do what it's supposed to do. And that's why I feel comfortable selling the mask we sell, because they are 3-ply. They are level 3, and they're durable, and they work. I have a customer also that says, you know what, Mike, your masks are a little more expensive in some cases, but the fact of the matter is when I get the mask and I send them to my customers, I know that I can sleep at night. That's the one thing that everybody goes through in this business. If you're selling something that you're not sure about, it goes from the source to the customer, and you sit in bed, oh God, don't complain, don't complain. I'm going to go nuts until I know that they're happy. And inevitably they'll call up and they'll either be happy or have something to bitch about. The fortunate thing is every load of masks, and I've sold literally 20 million masks or more, never gotten a complaint about these masks. And that's the most important factor. Not how many I sold or how much money you make off that sort of thing, but is it doing the job? Is it protecting people? Are the customers happy? And can you keep supplying that product to those customers? So when you're buying masks, whether you're buying them from me or from somebody else, you really got to take a look at what you're buying. Things have become more sophisticated in this business. It's not, hey, I got a mask, okay, I'll buy a mask, here's a bunch of money. People are more sophisticated now. They know what they're buying. At least most people do. But there's still these little brokers out there saying, oh, I'll get you a mask, I'll get you a mask. And they'll lie to you and tell you whatever you want to hear, and then they'll go buy the cheapest masks. That's not doing them any good, ultimately, in the long run, and it's not doing the buyer any good at all. It's just people trying to capitalize on this flurry of business with PPE products. So, if you're buying masks, know what the hell you're buying. Buy something that's worthwhile to your customer. If you're selling product just to save 2 cents so you can make an extra couple pennies off every mask, you're a piece of crap. Because we're way beyond that right now. We're trying to take care of people, protect people, and get through this pandemic so we can get to some kind of normalcy on the other side. And the only way we can do that is not spread more of COVID-19. If that's your true desire, then you're not going to sell or buy the cheap mask just because it's a little cheaper. So again, this is how they come. They don't come in boxes neatly packed by some brand. They have no brand on them. Some of the stuff we put a name on it that appears to be a brand, but it's just a name, in name only, just so we can package them in something. And very few people want them in boxes. They want them in bulk because they're going to open them, use them, throw them away, open and use them, and throw them away. And boxes are just another thing to throw away. So if you need masks, give me a call. You've got my name, my email, and my phone number. You have a good week. I'll talk to you soon.